Welcome to Space Matrix. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. September 15, 2025. A digital interview with a junior Saudi royal was uploaded, meant to showcase the kingdom's modernizing vision. But one unguarded comment changed everything. The royal claimed Filipinos had a natural disposition for servitude. The phrase, quickly subtitled and shared, ignited outrage across social media. For millions of Filipinos, it was a deep insult, a modern echo of colonial prejudice. The hashtag #FilipinoPride trended globally within hours. Filipinos countered the stereotype by sharing stories of doctors, engineers, artists, and entrepreneurs. The message, "We are not what you say we are." This was more than a social media campaign. It was a spontaneous act of national self-affirmation. The Saudi royal court's silence only fueled the fire. Was this just one royal's view, or a deeper sentiment? The lack of apology was seen as indifference, or worse, agreement. The Filipino government, under immense public pressure, began to formulate its response. The digital spark had ignited a real-world firestorm. The world watched as a nation stood up for its dignity in the digital arena. The stage was set for a diplomatic confrontation. The synth-like hum of online chatter grew into a deafening crescendo. A storm was brewing. The Saudi-Philippine relationship is built on decades of oil, labor, and mutual dependency. In the 1970s, Saudi Arabia's oil boom needed workers. The Philippines provided them. Millions of Filipinos became the backbone of Saudi industries, sending home remittances that fueled their own economy. This migration brought both opportunity and hardship. Long separations, cultural clashes, and difficult working conditions. Yet, the partnership endured, balancing Philippine human capital with Saudi economic opportunity. The royal's comment was not just an insult, it was a betrayal of this long-standing partnership. Remittances from Saudi Arabia have been a lifeline for the Philippines, supporting families and education. Filipinos are integral to Saudi society, from nurses to engineers. This mutual dependency has weathered past storms, but now the foundation is shaken. Previous tensions over workers' rights were handled quietly. This time, the conflict is public and emotional. The controversy strikes at the heart of national identity. The historical bond, forged in the desert, is being tested like never before. Both governments know open conflict would be damaging. But this crisis is different. Public, raw, and deeply personal. The echoes of the past now collide with the anger of the present. The relationship stands at a crossroads. The stakes are higher than ever. The world is watching. The future of this bond is uncertain. The uproar didn't just resonate abroad. It exposed deep divisions within Saudi Arabia. Vision 2030 aims to modernize the kingdom, but the royal's comment clashed with this image. Younger Saudis, raised on social media, expressed embarrassment and support for Filipinos. More conservative voices quietly agreed with the royal. The incident forced a national debate: tradition versus modernity, prejudice versus progress. The leadership faced a dilemma: ignore the uproar and risk global backlash, or apologize and risk internal dissent. The controversy became a stress test for Saudi Arabia's new power structure. It also reignited debate over the role and respect of foreign workers. The kingdom's response would shape its future, at home and abroad. For the Philippines, this was about more than diplomacy. It was about national pride. Overseas Filipino workers are celebrated as heroes. The royal's comment was a direct attack on this narrative. The public demanded a strong response from Manila. Political divisions faded as Filipinos united in anger and defiance. The media amplified the story, framing it as David versus Goliath. The government faced a delicate balancing act: defend national honor without endangering nearly 1 million Filipinos working in Saudi Arabia. The crisis became a rallying cry for Filipino identity. The world watched as a nation stood tall. The diplomatic fallout was swift. The Philippine government summoned the Saudi ambassador, demanding a public apology and disavowal of the royal statement. Saudi Arabia's initial response was vague, reaffirming friendship but stopping short of an apology. This failed to satisfy the Filipino public, who wanted accountability, not platitudes. Other labor-sending countries watched closely, knowing the outcome could set a precedent. Western nations urged calm, wary of instability in a vital region. Behind the scenes, frantic negotiations began. The Philippines hinted at drastic measures, like a ban on new worker deployments. Saudi Arabia, concerned about its image and workforce, sought a solution that preserved dignity. The diplomatic tightrope was perilous. A single misstep could trigger a full-blown crisis. Both sides knew the stakes were high. The world's eyes were on them. The next move would define the future of their relationship. The uproar sent shockwaves through both economies. Remittances from nearly 1 million Filipinos in Saudi Arabia are vital to the Philippine economy. Any disruption would have serious consequences. For Saudi Arabia, Filipino workers are essential in healthcare, oil, and construction. The crisis forced both nations to reconsider their reliance on each other. Activists in the Philippines renewed calls for more jobs at home, while Saudi Arabia looked to accelerate Saudization. The partnership, once taken for granted, now faced an uncertain future. The crisis could be the catalyst for lasting change. Resolution required a bold move from Saudi Arabia. After a week of pressure, the royal court issued a formal apology, reprimanding the junior royal and expressing respect for Filipinos. Manila accepted the apology, and tensions eased. The crisis left a lasting mark. Filipinos had asserted their dignity, and Saudi Arabia learned the power of public perception. The relationship will be more cautious, built on mutual respect and cultural sensitivity. Both nations were forced to confront uncomfortable truths. By mending fences, they created an opportunity for a stronger, more equitable partnership. The synth-like hum of tension faded, replaced by hope. The digital spark had changed the landscape forever. The world watched as two nations rebuilt trust in a new era.